On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about phone calls, a price con, and heaven. Yeah, that one, that's a doozy. That's a real doozy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Luke Who's Talking podcast. I'm going to turn that monitoring off because it sounds like an echo and it's really annoying me. How are you going out there? How is everybody this fine Friday? Even though I'm talking to you on a Monday. Whoa, crazy. Now let's get into the first story I've got for you. This one, some of the stories I tell you, I think they're just really crap, and this is one of those stories. So a couple of weeks ago, I was road tripping down to Hobart to talk to some bigwigs of the health department to try and give us some money. So it was myself, and actually I mentioned this person last episode, Samantha, or Sam, and there was somebody else too. Anyway, so I was riding shotgun because I don't know how I managed to do that. Anyway, so we're road tripping down to the state's capital, and Samantha, she got a text. She got a text from her son, whom is a diabetic, and it said that he has an insulin pump, as do I, and it said that he only had so many units in his pump left. So she's like, okay, call him. So I called him, handed the phone to her, she talked. She then said, okay, call my husband. So I called her husband, gave her the phone, she talked to him. And then she then said, okay, call my son again. So I called her son. This happened in the space of 10, 15 minutes, 20 max. So I called her son again. Okay. So then I called her husband a second time because they were developing a plan on how they were going to fix this problem. So yeah, she called her son. Well, I called her son, handed her the phone, and they talked about how they're going to fix the problem. She then called her husband to explain what was going on, what he needed to get. She then called her son again to explain this is the situation. Okay, and then we called her husband again just to clarify things. So it was a lot of back and forth. I was like a telephone exchange guy, all these bloody phone calls. Anyway, so that was fun. And then, so we may have even called her son again just to say, this is 100% happening. The plan's in motion. This is how it's going to be resolved. So I thought, okay, beautiful. So then, not long after all the phone calls were made, her husband then called again just to be like, so this is what's happening. This is what I've got. Is that all I need? So, the son isn't going to have a meltdown or anything. So I was like a telephone exchange guy. There was like 6 phone calls made in 15, 20 minutes. And then she's like, oh, my phone's going flat. Oh, no. So then that was an issue. Didn't have anything to charge it. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Why would, teenage kids, why would you have a teenage child? Whoa. So do you love, getting a bit of a bargain or a bit of something on sale? And, stores love having club or rewards gifts, scams. So they know what you're buying and all that sort of stuff. So I was at a store the other day, and I thought, it's like an adventure store. They sell camping gear, fishing, bicycles, outdoory stuff, and all that jazz. And they have a rewards club, okay? I'm not a part of it because I don't go there enough to justify being a rewards club or a club member of this particular store. So I'm not one. I think I'm Actually, I think I might be like a member or a club member of maybe 2 shops, 3 maximum, and then that's it. Anyway, so that's fine. So I was in this store and I thought I'm going to buy myself a drink bottle holder for my bicycle. So I went to the bike area and they had drink bottle holders there. So now my bike is black. It's like matte black. It's got green on it for branding. So there was the same drink bottle. There was 3 colours. Drink bottle holder. There was 3 colours. There was blue. There was red. And there was black. Okay. Now, here's where the price con comes in. Okay. The blue and the red drink bottle holders, exactly the same. All 3 drink bottle holders were the same. The only difference was the colours. Okay. So the blue and the red were on, quote, clearance for $5, right? The black drink bottle holder, which is, I wanted a black one because I have a black bicycle, exactly the same as the blue and the red, was club price, okay? Club price, $10. How stupid. Seriously, how dumb is that? These 3 drink bottle holders were the same. Okay, they were the same design. Like, the only difference was the colour. So the blue and the red, $5. The black one, club price, was $10. How dumb. How ridiculous. So you know what I did? I bought the blue one because I thought dark blue might not look so dumb on my bicycle. I got home and I told the story to my sister. She thought it was ridiculous. And she goes, I've got some black paint. So I painted it black. So I got my black drink bottle holder and it only cost me $5. So sucked in, store, sucked in. You didn't con me with your club price and all that jargon. God, so yeah. Bought the blue one, got it home, spray painted it black. Beating the system. You don't need to be a club member. You just need to think outside the box how you can outsmart the store. That's all you need to do. Oh, yeah. Now, let me have a quick little chat about heaven. Now, first of all, I mean, I'm not a Catholic or anything like that, and I do not want to be thinking that I'm having a go at any religion or anybody who believes in heaven or anything like that. But the other day, I had a little bit of a thought to myself. I thought, once you get to heaven, okay, so let's assume you have died, you buried your soul, your spirit, whatever, floats up to heaven, okay, you're there. Now, your look of heaven might be different, but mine is, there's a cloud, you're like right on the edge of it. At the other end of the cloud, there's a gate, probably gold, right? And there's like a lectern, and there's an angel there. Now, my angel looks a bit like Tobias from Arrested Development, without the glasses, but he has a mustache. He's sort of bald, or, you know, hair around the back. So, you're there. Now, my question of how do you get into heaven is how do you get to the other side of the gate? Is there a line? Like, is there a line up? Do you have to line up to get into heaven? Or do you walk up? Like, do you need paperwork? Do you need to prove who you are? Do you need to get your license out? Do you need to do you need a bank statement? Can I just take my passport? Or is it like a government form where you need, I think it's like 100 points or something of identification. So to get that here, you need like a driver's license. That's worth so many points. Medicare card's worth so many. I think you can use a bank card because it has your signature on it. So that's worth so many points, you know. So do you need to have so many points of documents to prove your identity to the angel who then lets you into heaven? I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe when you get on the cloud, you have like a letter or something and you hand that letter to the angel and he scans it, right? And he's like, oh, yes, you're so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. So then they can set up whatever's going to happen in heaven for you. Because I have thoughts on that as well. I was going to say, like, I don't really was going to say I don't really believe in heaven or the afterlife. However, I must do because I've given this some thought. What happens when you get to the other side? You know, if you have a partner, do you have like somebody to look after you until they get there? Like, do you have like a minder? Do you age? Do you stay the age you are? I don't know. But yeah, getting into heaven though. Do you need to tip the guy? Do you need to give him like $5? Be like, come on, let us in, Tobias. I don't know. I don't know. That's I don't know. Send us an email or tweet me or something if you've got any thoughts on how you get into heaven. How do you get on the other side of the gate? Do you have to do like a quiz? And they're like, yeah, you know, you scored 90 on this quiz. We'll let you in, Cobbo. Yeah, go get in there. I don't know why my voice went all seedy like that, but yeah, it's just an interesting thing. I had a thought about the other day, and like, yeah, yes. Well, that is it for this episode of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun listening. You can tweet me, of course, at L_who's talking on Twitter. You can also send us an email, lukewho'stalkingpod@gmail.com. We're on the Facebooks. And if you rate the podcast, apparently if you rate the podcast, it helps us out on iTunes because that's what every other podcaster says. Oh, if you rate us, that'll get us up to ratings. So if you want to do that, you can. And if the podcast is on a platform that you use, let me rephrase that. If the podcast isn't on a platform you use, let me know and I will investigate and I will get the podcast on there. That would beg the question, though, how you're listening to it right now. Don't know. And I'll catch you next time for more talking with this cute little Aussie accent. That's a little bit of a joke for somebody. Inside jokes. Love them.